Hello students, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss the most important, most repeated and PYQ based questions for Class 10 English Board Exam 2026. All these questions are strictly based on the new syllabus and NEP 2026 pattern, and they are very likely to come in your board exam. So keep your notebook ready, pause the video wherever needed, and let's start your final board level revision. First chapter, A Letter to God. This chapter is very important and repeatedly asked in boards. Question 1. How does Lencho's faith become both his strength and his weakness? You should understand that Lencho's faith gives him hope, but his blind faith stops him from understanding human kindness. This contrast is the core idea CBSE tests again and again. Next repeated question, why did Lencho call the post office employees crooks? This question tests irony and character understanding, not the story. Always mention that Lencho trusted God more than humans. Next, an extremely high-weight chapter, Nelson Mandela. Most repeated board question, what does Mandela mean by twin obligations? You must explain duty towards family and duty towards society. CBSE often asks this in competency or value-based form. Another very important question, why does Mandela say freedom is indivisible? Here, connect the answer to present society. NEP expects real-life connection, not memorized lines. Now, from the Diary of Annie Frank, again a favorite chapter of CBSE. Repeated question, why did Annie feel lonely despite having many friends? This tests emotional intelligence. Mention lack of a true friend, not social isolation. Another expected question, how did diary writing help Annie emotionally? You should link this with mental health, which is an important NEP theme. Next chapter, Madam Rides the Bus. Important question, what does Valley's bus journey reveal about her character? Always mention curiosity, independence, maturity. CBSE often asks this as competency-based MCQ, a short answer. Now comes the sermon at Banaras, very conceptual. Most repeated question, how did Buddha help Kisa Gotami understand the truth of life? This question tests learning through experience, a key NEP idea. Poems high scoring or repeated small diamond, a tiger in the zoo. From poems, a tiger in the zoo is very important. Repeated question, what contrast does the poet draw between the tiger in the cage and in the wild? Focus on freedom versus captivity, not description. Next poem, Fire and Ice. Very repeated question, what do fire and ice symbolize? Remember, fire equal desire, ice equal hatred. CBSE often asks this as inference-based MCQ. Next, from the ball poem, important question, why is learning to accept loss important for children? Always related to emotional maturity and real life. Next poem, Amanda. Repeated NEP-based question, how does constant instruction affect Amanda's mental state? Here, talk about pressure, lack of freedom, and imagination as escape. One of the most repeated chapters, The Thief's Story. Important question, how did Arun's kindness change Hari Singh? CBSE loves questions on reform, trust, and education. Next chapter, Footprints Without Feet. Very important question, why did Griffin become dangerous? Always right, science without morality leads to destruction. This line fits perfectly with NEP thinking. Next, from the necklace, most repeated question, what is the irony at the end of the story? CBSE tests theme and message, not the storyline. So students, if you revise only these questions, you are already 70 to 80% prepared for the Class 10 English Board Exam 2026. Like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more board-focused preparation. Comment, done, if you completed this revision, and tell me which chapter you want next. Thank you and keep studying smart.